Deep within the dusty heart of a forgotten pyramid, Dr. Emma Taylor, a young archaeologist known for her thirst for the unknown, stumbled upon a chamber untouched by time. Bathed in the ethereal glow of her lantern, it shimmered, revealing an artifact unlike any she had ever seen. It was a cube of obsidian, pulsating with an eerie inner light. Intricate symbols etched into its surface hummed with a power that sent shivers down her spine. This was no ordinary relic. This was something more, something ancient and powerful. This was a three-dimensional printer lost to time. Dr. Taylor, her heart pounding with a mixture of fear and excitement, reached out to touch the cold, smooth surface of the cube. As her fingers made contact, the symbols flared to life. The air crackled with energy, and a low hum resonated from the heart of the printer. For a moment she felt a strange connection to the artifact, as if it were whispering secrets in a language lost to millennia. Unbidden, a single word formed in her mind, echoing through the chamber. Beware. Emma, captivated by her find, spent days carefully documenting the printer and the intricate symbols that adorned its surface. The symbols, unlike any known language, seemed to writhe and shift before her eyes. They whispered of a power beyond human comprehension, a power that both fascinated and terrified her. Despite a growing sense of unease, Emma couldn't shake the feeling that she was on the verge of an earth-shattering discovery. Her colleagues, communicating through flickering screens from their labs miles away, urged caution. They warned her of the dangers of tampering with forces beyond our understanding, but their pleas fell on deaf ears. Emma, driven by her ambition and the allure of the unknown, was determined to unlock the secrets of the ancient printer. She would be the one to rewrite history. Driven by an insatiable curiosity, Emma decided to risk it all. Ignoring the warnings echoing in her mind, she fed the printer a simple design, a small, harmless pyramid. The air thickened, charged with an unseen energy as the printer whirred to life. The symbols on its surface flared, casting grotesque shadows that danced across the chamber walls. Emma held her breath, her heart pounding in her chest, as the printer hummed and spat, slowly bringing her creation to life. But something was wrong. The pyramid emerged not as a perfect replica, but as a twisted, grotesque mockery of her design. Its edges were jagged and sharp, its surface covered in the same disturbing symbols that adorned the printer. As Emma reached out to touch it, she felt a surge of pure terror course through her veins. The printer hummed with malevolent energy, its work far from finished. Section 4. The Curse Awakens. Panic swelled in Emma's throat as she realized the horrifying truth. This was no ordinary printer. This was a conduit to something dark and ancient, a power that should have remained dormant. She had awakened a curse, and the printer, now pulsating with an evil light, was its vessel. Frantically, she tried to shut it down, to sever its connection to the power source, but it was too late. The printer throbbed with a life of its own, its eerie hum growing louder, its light more intense. Desperately, she tried to smash the printer, to break its hold on this world. But her tools shattered against its obsidian shell like brittle twigs. The air grew heavy, crackling with a malevolent energy that made it difficult to breathe. The printer, a malevolent entity now fully awake, began to churn out a torrent of distorted objects. Grotesque figures with gnashing teeth and empty eyes, their forms shifting and pulsating with a horrifying life of their own. Section 5. Living Nightmares. The chamber, once a sanctuary of knowledge and discovery, transformed into a nightmare. The grotesque figures, spawned from the depths of some ancient terror, writhed and contorted, their forms shifting and changing like grotesque puppets. They were alive, animated by a power that defied all reason and logic. Their eyes, hollow and black, burned with a malevolent hunger as they turned towards Emma, their creator, their liberator. Emma, her back against the cold stone wall, watched in terror as the creatures, her creations, advanced. Their movements were jerky and unnatural, their limbs bending at impossible angles. The air was thick with the stench of decay and the sound of their rasping breaths. They were relentless, their sole purpose to serve the will of the cursed printer, and their will was to consume, to destroy. Section 6. No escape. Fleeing from the horrors she had unleashed, Emma stumbled through the labyrinthine corridors of the pyramid. The creatures, their numbers multiplying with each passing moment, were hot on her heels. Their rasping breaths echoed through the narrow passageways, their hollow eyes burning in the darkness. The ground shook with their heavy footsteps, each tremor a hammer blow to her dwindling hope. She could hear the whirring of the printer behind her, its malevolent hum growing louder with each passing moment. It was a symphony of terror, a testament to her folly. The curse she had unleashed was spreading, seeping through the very stones of the pyramid, corrupting everything it touched. There was nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The creatures were everywhere, their distorted forms lurking in the shadows, their eyes burning with a cold, malevolent light. Section 7. Consumed. Trapped and alone, Emma stumbled to her knees, the weight of her terror crushing her. The creatures, their forms shifting and pulsating with unholy energy, surrounded her, their hollow eyes boring into her soul. She closed her eyes, accepting her fate as the creatures descended upon her, their cold, clammy touch draining the life from her body. Deep within the bowels of the pyramid, the cursed printer continued its sinister work, spewing forth its tide of horrors. The creatures, their numbers now legion, swarmed through the ancient corridors, their forms shifting and changing, their eyes burning with a cold, malevolent light. The curse unleashed would continue to spread, consuming all in its path, a testament to the insatiable hunger of ancient evils and the folly of those who dare to awaken them.